So let's start from the standing exercise. So this is called Zhanzhuang in Chinese. There are several translations. Standing like a tree, standing still be fit, standing meditation, standing pole. So the names are not important. I'm going to teach you guys how to do it, which is more important than the names. So in order to do Zhanzhuang, we always say 3 preconditions that we have to meet, which is concentration. We have to concentrate on the exercise. Second is loosen the whole body with the warm-up exercise. I think you all loosened. The third one is breathe naturally. So there are a lot of ways, many ways to learn this exercise. In my teaching method, we do not have breathe skills. So there's no inhale or exhale skills. So we just breathe naturally. So always breathe like your daily life, like you never think about breathing, but you breathe all the time correctly and, no problem. So breathe naturally. As soon as we meet the 3 preconditions, we separate the feet as wider as the shoulders. You could do this. This is 1 foot and squeeze a little bit and then coming back to here. That's basically 1.5 foot. Your own foot size, 1.5 is usually the width of your shoulders. So that's how we do that. But you could just spread the legs like that and keep the feet parallel to each other. And this foot step is called parallel steps. So all the standing postures that are on this foot step are called parallel step stances. For a posture that we keep on is called a stance. So, and all the parallel step stances have another name, health stances. This is basic fundamental for martial art training, but it is good enough for your health maintenance and improvement. So that's the name, health stances. And you could point the toes outward a little bit if you like. And I tend to keep them parallel to each other. It's totally up to you. You could keep your feet a little bit wider or a little bit narrower. So it's totally up to you. There are the requirement not always so strict. As soon as we keep the feet parallel to each other, we slightly bend the knees. Just slightly is enough. From now on, remember that all the joints are bent slightly, properly. All the joints in all the postures, all the movement that you may learn or you may not learn, all the joints are always bent. There's no time that we would straighten the elbows or the knees. So all the joints are slightly bent. As soon as we bend the knees, we imagine sitting on a one-legged stool. Sit. You sit really without a real stool. That's when the meditation part, the E part, comes to work in the posture. This is imaginary, but it helps the body to keep the posture. So this stool has only one leg. If you sit too low, if you're too reliable on the stool, you will fall. So that's not right. And if you don't sit, the one-legged stool will fall. So you have to think about it to keep the body and the stool balanced. Sitting is really important, which is why I will need to touch and adjust your hip area. But if you can sit properly, let's say, I can put it this way, not sitting with the posture for the 1 hour exercise, it's probably just as efficient as 15 minutes of sitting properly. You get it? So you want to sit properly so that the efficiency of your exercise is at the best, at the most. If you're not sitting, 1 hour is probably just 15 minutes of the proper sitting stances. So this is really important. As soon as you sit, you imagine a string that's connected to the head, center of your head, coming from the sky. If you stand indoor, that's coming from the ceiling. So this string is slightly, gently lifting the head up. As it lifts the head up, not just the head, the whole body. Your body is lifted up. And now your body is supposed to be centered, balanced, and symmetric. Don't tilt if this string is doing that work. Now here comes, so the body is sitting and also lifting. It might take some time to understand that, which is called a contradiction force. These two forces, lifting and sitting, are opposite to each other. They are designed, we use the meditation. There's no real string, no stools, but this meditation works to straighten your spine. We want to straighten the spine vertically, so you're not lean this or lean that. You want to keep your spine vertically straightened with the imaginary sitting and lifting. So as soon as we're lifting and sitting properly, we raise our hands up like this, around your shoulders, around the shoulders height. You want to keep the elbows slightly over 90 degrees, not too much, not too close. And the distance between your hands are usually 2-3 fists. So, 2-3 fists. So not too so far, not too close. As soon as we are embracing, as we imagine embracing a big pepper ball in front of the chest. As we are embracing with the arms, the ball is expanding. So we want to expand the arms simultaneously. This ball, again, is imaginary. There's no real ball. Never hug a real ball for the practice. You use the meditation to fool the body to do the work. Here is another contradiction. We embrace and expand at the same time. And we put 70% on embracing, 30% on expanding. As a beginner, you tend to shrug your shoulders, you tend to not drop the elbows, which is common, but you should try to loosen, relax your shoulders as much as possible. That's correct. If it feels stiff, the shoulder, you can feel free to do those adjustments if they become suffering. You need to drop your elbows. There is like a triangle here. Drop the elbows. That's right. Not this way. Like, yes, good, good, good. You can imagine that you're putting your elbows on 2 sticks that's supporting on the ground. It helps to relax and drop. Now your 5 fingers are nicely spread, pointing to each other. You imagine the fingers are connected by 5 strings, each other. So those strings are iron made, so you couldn't push in and you couldn't pull apart. That's another imagination. As soon as we embrace this big pepper ball in front of the chest, we imagine slightly squeezing a rubber ball between the knees. So this is a pepper ball, and between the knees is a rubber ball. The reason that we do that is because we want to keep more body weight below the waist. So the rubber ball is heavier than the pepper ball, so we put more attention below the waist. And we always say, keep 60% of the body weight below the waist. So 60% of your qi. You don't have to understand that, but if you have learned Qigong or idea, that's 60% of the body weight, 60% of your attention, 60% of the qi and blood below the waist. Never let more attention or more qi above your waist. It will might make your head dizzy. So always doing that. And later on, we would also imagine standing in a waist deep water. That also helps. If you imagine that, if you keep that real, you will put more attention below the waist. So for the arms, 70% on embracing, 30% on expanding. For the body weight, 60% below the body, the waist level, 40% above the waist level. And we keep the mouth slightly open so that we can breathe, inhale more oxygen. And we usually keep the eyes open. Now and then, you want to keep your eyes closed. That's fine, not the wrong thing. We always look forward, look straight forward. And we better keep a gentle smile on the face. It's not a suffering exercise, it's a health exercise. So a little bit of smile on the face is excellent. So this is basic structure of the standing. And then we will switch to other hand postures. There are a lot of them I will mention later, but there are also different foot steps for the standing and special stances, but all of them comes from here. This is it. This posture could go back to 5,000 years ago or 8,000. You will make 5, at least 3, 5, 7, okay? So it is really ancient. It used to be just a health exercise, but later on, the martial artists picked this up as the fundamental health exercise. Yeah, health exercise, yes. People in ancient times, everyone used to practice martial art, but not the brutal way, not the fight way. They're just doing them or sword play just to keep them healthy. And, under certain circumstances, it's self-defense, of course. I'm glad that the Yichuan is preserving this so that we can do this today, because a lot of martial arts have lost this. They don't do this anymore, or they do it in different ways that's not as efficient or effective as the way we do. So when you feel that you couldn't keep out the arms, you can lower your palms towards here. So imagine standing on the waist deep water, peaceful, and you gently push your hand on a wooden plank that's floating on the water. We don't need to pushing them constantly, no physical movement, just keeping your hands on it so the wooden plank wouldn't blow away. So like that, when you couldn't keep up the joint, the shoulders, and the knees, they are the top 2 suffering reaction. You will need some time so that they will be gone, totally gone. And then later, every time you stand, you get more energy, other than tired. So, and after a while, you feel okay, go back to this posture. Now, all the meditation part, all the E part so far, I mentioned is to keep the posture correct. I call those fundamental E. E is like intentions, as Hosh mentioned, Chinese word. I call this fundamental E's, so it's just keeping the posture correct. And then there is training E that we work on with this posture. With this posture, the first training E is called inner lake. So we imagine standing in a waist deep lake, and we're going to lean the body forward and backward with this posture. Your body is connected, balanced, while leaning forward and backward. Naturally, when you lean forward and backward, you need to tighten at least calf muscles to be able to lean, to be able to reverse the directions. It's a simple movement, but if you do it seriously as exercise, it is designed to unify the body, for you to feel what unifying is. We call this is a training yi. So in our learning method, we always move properly so that we could stand longer, so that the efficiency and the effectiveness of this exercise is at the most. There is one traditional old school way, they just keep the posture, not doing anything else. That is a lot more suffering, trust me. You could only do 5-10 minutes. All of the students here, first time when they were standing, they all stood for 1 hour. And today, you guys try to stand for an hour. I believe you will be able to do that. You just, so switch to different postures without just randomly let them go, too much. No, if you always keep your body in the postures, the blood circulation, the qi circulation is always there. If you randomly, then you will need spend time to do the thing again. And you are allowed to do minor adjustments, like what you did just now. You're a little bit discomfort, you can do a little bit hip movement, or raise, if somehow the soles are getting numb, or you could move a little bit. You could also stand on the balls of the feet, let heels off the ground, just a little bit shaking, little bit, few seconds, 10 seconds, and then going back. It helps because there are a lot of reactions, physical reactions, pain, numbness, discomfort, of course. So you want to do that. It's sometimes a little bit shaking, little bit up and down, or like that. It helps. You can get rid of all the stiffness by doing this, and then quickly go back to the posture. So this is one training yi. With this posture, we could also imagine standing on a boat, which is swaying and bobbing on the water. There's wind and waves coming constantly. Big waves, smaller waves, you control it. And you move the whole body on the boat, balancing with the moving boat. So when we lean forward and backward, it was mainly two directions, forward and backward. Now we move as the boat moves, we lean the body towards all directions randomly. You are cultivating the body to be active and flexible. With this movement, we call this whole body movement. All the movement that I ask you guys to do are whole body movement. So you move with the whole body, not body, but not the arms, not the hips, it's whole body. And remember that when we do a training yi in a lake or on a boat, we always keep the posture correct. So the ball that we are embracing is still there. The ball that we're slightly squeezing between the knees is there. The two sticks that's supporting the elbows are there. The string lifting the head up is there. The one like the stool is always there. The best way is to forget about all of them, but you still have them. But in the very beginning, you should remind yourself of that. What about the feet? Are they pointing? Are they parallel? You can have a look. Am I still bending the knees? How about the sitting? How about the string lifting? So keep doing that. You can, of course, with this posture, if you feel, I'm just going to go around and do some. Yeah, see? A few classes now. Drop. Good. I feel like you can still bend a little bit more, like sit a little bit lower. Yeah. I think this looks better. Yeah.
Stronger to hold it.
Okay, guys. So resist. Yeah. So you're expanding. Resist. Yeah. Good. Very straightened. This is really nice. There is a natural curve, the lower back part of the spine. We want them to disappear. What you could do is first you need to tuck in a little bit and then roll the tailbone a little bit like this. So roll the tailbone a little bit so that this part of the spine is straightened. And then we tuck in the jaw a little bit, as well as the strings lifting, so we could straighten the back of the neck as much as possible so that the spine is vertically straightened. Good job, Danny. Now, if I press, you resist it, because your here is expanding, right? They must be constantly there. If I pull, you embrace, because that's there. It's a contradiction. So if I give you pressure, you always resist. That's right. The roundness between here and there, you can bend here a little bit more. The elbows, don't resist for now. Yeah, okay, yeah, don't resist. Yeah, bend this a little bit more like that. It's better. It's great. Bend the thumbnail a little bit. Pointing to each other. Good. Drop the elbows. If I raise you, you drop. Yeah, yes. Here you can bend here a little bit more. Like this. And sit. Yeah, sit. Okay. No better. Yeah. If I push, you resist because this is supposed to expand, right? Yeah. And I pull apart, you embrace because, yes. So that's that. That's how you feel. Like if someone gives you pressure, you are resist. They are constantly there. No, don't let me. Yes. So the roundness between. This is too close to 2 to 3 fists. Yeah, 2. That's fine. Good. You're welcome. You check it. You can bend, tucking more, bend here a little bit more while you're sitting. Yeah. Yes.
Should I be like tuck more, or is that right?
This is probably less bending here while you're, yeah. Yes. Good. And yeah, so that's that. You're welcome. You don't need to say thank you. 2 fists. Yeah. 2 fists. No need to say thank you every time. Good. Expand. Embrace. Good. Little pencil here. Pull in. Resist. Yeah, if I push you in, you expand. That's right. They're always there. Good. Very good. Naturally good at this. Perfect. Drop. Expand. Embrace. Good. They're constantly here, but you resist more only when I do that little pressure, but when you stand, you mostly relaxed. Eh? Don't go up and say, oh, I'm ready to, I'm ready for a teacher to come over anytime. If you praise, that's too much. So yeah, so I only, a lot of people tend to do that. Me too, used to be like that. So, smile, everyone. Keep up, keep up. So we've been doing this already 25 minutes. It was really quick, right? So 35 more minutes. We're having our first outdoor class here in Bisbee, Arizona. It's beautiful here. Here you can move, like that on the kidney spot, like grabbing an egg, slightly gently, like this. Not so much, like this, yeah. This is called resting stance. All other body parts are still in the posture. Yeah. This could give the, you can, yeah, do like that. Just putting here, back of the hand on the kidney spot. And the hands are like grabbing an egg, each hand. Give here a rest. You guys don't need a resting stance. No resting stance for you guys. And on the foot, if you feel like, and on the foot. Is this a fly or fly? I thought it was a giant mosquito. That would be terrible. So the wrists here, we want to keep them a little bit like that. So yeah, you see hoosh and yeah, so give them a little bit. This is like slack, but little bit, yeah, a little bit. The reaching to it, yeah.
Good extension.
The trees don't move, but they live up to thousands of years. Animals, except for like turtles, you know, rabbits, dogs, they like live up to like 15, 20 years because they move too much. That's the ancient Chinese came up. Why they came up with this exercise? Okay, if I mimic a tree standing, I may be able to become immortal. Taoism, right? Taoists, not doing anything, but achieving everything. We talk about the yi of in a lake, which is leaning forward and backward, and the yi of on a boat, which was, you know, moving to all directions. Now you could imagine that two ends, each of them is running on your foot. So you try to avoid hurting them, but when they try to escape from your feet, you give a little bit of push, so to speak, you shift the body weight a little bit to that part, and so that the ends return within. So we always let them walk within the foot range. So now the movement is still to all directions, but the weight shift on the feet are more quickly. A little bit violent, I would say, compared to that. Yeah, so they're randomly walking the two ends. They're not like, they're not going the same direction and return, and it's like you do this. So whole body movement. So don't move the hips intentionally. It's not don't move them intentionally. I guess I was being too aggressive. So this here, the hips, in Chinese it's called qua. So a lot of, if you read Chinese books, they might have that. So here is really important because we believe that, you know, compared to animals, that they walk with 4 feet, we stand like this. So here, like disconnected. The whole body, the unified is disconnected. The animals don't need to do any standing exercise to be fully unified. So here is quite important. We do this movement so that the body is getting connected. There are only 3 basic training yi for this stance: in a lake, on a boat, and underfoot. So that's that. You wanna go come talk to the gentleman over there? You know him. If you know him, drag him.
You want to bring him in?
Yeah.
Steve, do you want to join?
Good.
There's a nice spot right here.
Maybe tonight, later.
Okay, 2 o'clock at Kilimanjaro.
So now lower your hands towards here. Yeah. So your fingers are pointing downward. Yes, downward. So the palm flatter than this. So like that, pointing downward. Imagine standing in the waist deep sand. Our hands are in the sand. And then we insert our hands into the sand a little bit while you're shifting body weight to the toes or balls of the feet. And then we lift the hands out of the sand while you're leaning backward. So if I do more visibly, pushing, you don't have to do so in a big sized movement, which is I call, so slightly gently is fine.
Did you say press down as I come forward?
Yeah.
Press down?
Yeah.
Okay. Pull up as I come back.
Yeah. Another whole body movement while the shoulders are more relaxed. So we switch to different hand postures so that we could stand longer. But you still, as long as you keep in those within the postures, you always practice this exercise. And you still, with this training, you're still doing the whole body movement.
Did you change it? Did you teach before lift up, come forward and lift up?
No.
It's always been this way?
No?
I think we did some lifting.
No,
Like we're like,
No. This is the only way.
always pushing in.
so we're leaning in and we're
Inserting, yeah, pushing down. Yeah, this is the only way. I couldn't even do the other way.
What's that?
This is the only way I couldn't do the other way. I couldn't do the other way. So this is the way.
I think we were talking one night though about like kind of the feeling of popping out, like exerting.
I don't know if that's when we're like practicing like
We weren't rocking. So
our balls of our feet.
Yeah.
When you put your weight onto the balls of your feet, is your hands going into the sand?
Into the sand.
Okay.
Usually the body and the body weight shift that go to the same direction. can come forward a little bit. So relax. Watch. So, just for demonstration. Just for demonstration, I just wanted to. Oh, well, that was okay, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was totally safe. Sorry. So,
Down into your opponent's root.
yeah. The other way would be wrong, right? That's going there.
Yes.
You want to come here?
Okay.
It's not going go crazy. Going right?
Yeah.
So the other one would the other way. If you do push and lifting, then they go to different. Relax.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right?
Okay.
And that one is pulling you. If you do a little bit stiff, that the other one would be doing this. A little bit resistant. I did this when doing the pushing hand, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you always need to make use of the body.
Pull back.
Yeah.
And up.
Yeah.
Uproot.
Oh.
The other way would be if you insert and two directions. So
Where we like lean forward and we're going in and push, kind of like.
yeah, it's you're cultivating that thing already. So arms and shoulders should be better now. Lift up. Let's do this one. So the index finger, thumbnails pointing to each other, and the index fingers. Index fingers are like 45 degrees, and they're trying to point to each other. Look here, the wrists, you do a little bit bending like that. Yes. Your left index finger is connected to your right eyebrow by a thin thread, and of course the right one with the right index finger and the left eyebrow. They're connected. And as soon as you imagine that there's a tension on the fingers and the body is, it should feel different. Now we imagine a big paper ball resting on the palms, and we're going to give the ball a little bit of push and then coming back. The ball never leaves the hand, which is a little bit of push and returning, push and returning, push and returning. When returning, we don't need to pull back, just because its movement is quick, just going back. Yeah, pushing, coming back.
This is the uproot. Like what we were doing the other night.
Yes. So everything has the purpose. For the health purpose, it's the same. Unify the whole body. The body is more aligned. The qi, blood circulation, is flushing. If you have an injury, if you have a thickness anywhere, they're gonna go there. They're gonna fix it. Doing those things are more efficient, more effective. Because if somewhere is blocked, they're gonna be there to flash. And then from the martial art perspective, everyone has a purpose. Everyone has a purpose. So that I must feel that you're doing, now better, good. You're not using so much strength, but I feel that strong. Elbows over 90 degrees. No, bending, you were bending so hard. Bending too much. Well, I think I mentioned, if you bend this way, and if this is a fight, it's hard for you to push me away. But if you bend over, the triangle is always steady, then, right? So then
you reminded me.
Yeah, go.
The gap.
Yeah, good. Push. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, welcome. Good. Mm. Right now, a little bit too much is okay. And then over time, you learn to be more relaxed while doing this. It looks like this, but in the beginning, this is good. It's helpful. Just a reminder, if I see you 3 years later, you're still doing this way, no. A little bit higher. Push, push. Yes, you push the feet, right? The feet is pushing the ground, and then just push and stop. Just like that, like yeah. So you push and stop. You just it's all right. It's all right. It's like if I do this, like push and go. So when you push, the muscles are tightened. After pushing, the muscles go to rest immediately. They do the pushing and yeah. Good. I think you can tuck in here a little bit more. Fading part, yeah.
I have to say thank you.
I'm just not good at saying you're welcome. Because in Chinese, we usually respond like no thanks. Then it's a different meaning in English. So it's all okay. Yeah, that's it. Good. So you push the ground, like the ground, not the hand like pushing, right? Yeah. So the body, and then a little bit body weight shift to the balls of the feet. Yeah. Good. Here, bend here a little bit. Yeah. Without this. This jaw must be good, stronger. Do you feel that you're not using so much strength, but I think you can feel, because I resist as much as you push, right? I think you can feel that you're getting stronger with the posture, and you're not using actually so much. I mean, you're not putting so much effort. It's not like you really, right? It's not like you're really pushing, a ball away. Yeah. But I feel that the structure, and then the whole body coming down from the earth. Good. Yeah. We don't know how powerful we are until we learn this exercise. Good. Yeah, when I pushed a little bit, I was just showing him that. Sorry, I didn't give you a heads up. Yeah.
Used to be imposter.
So this is what we were practicing with my voice.
Yeah.
The same. So can I ask you?
Sure.
So I feel like it's not strongly connected somehow in my structure to I feel it's like how to get it out. Just keep doing it, I guess, huh? It's like.
Now this is, you want to be, just a sec.
Yeah.
Let me find I think Caroline, you are doing fine. Let's do it just for, come here. Sometimes beginners have beginner's luck. They do things correctly. You just pushing this way, and then, yeah. Pushing like I was just a little bit, resist a little bit, not so strong. And currently you start just doing that the same way. Do you feel that the unifying?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah. What you were trying a few seconds ago, you were scattered, disconnected. Especially here. Now all good. Now all good.
But before it was disconnected.
Just for that few seconds, you were fine when I checked you before that. Before you asking the question, you were fine.
It's in my
But when you were thinking about how do I get it out,
yeah,
you're so afraid of doing it wrong, then you're using strength more, attention more, but not the body more. Yeah, so that's basically how we did the other day.
Okay. Well, see, when there's resistance, then I can push off the ground. But when there's no resistance, it's like, now I can. You see? So I don't have a strong, when I'm doing it without pressure, I don't have a strong sense of resistance in my body by myself.
Yes, that's why I give you guys pressures.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's what it feels like to be right.
Okay.
And I feel that you're doing right.
Okay. Just keep doing it.
And then you will need to extend, right? If doing just a little bit, you can't lift people up.
Okay.
Then you will extend. That's another exercise. Okay. That was another 27 minutes. Let me see. 54.
Okay, cool.
54 minutes. 6 more minutes. If you're tired, put them resting stance or you guys could also do this one. Have a rest with your fingers reaching out and resist. Yeah. Hang and hook, that's right. Reaching. This is harder technique. When we do the pushing hand, we could be doing this one or this way too. You know, that guys around this, you're gonna break them, doing this or that or that, right? So this is you're gonna reach. So then the hands always. It's a hard technique. It's theoretically it's like that, but it's in a real pushing hands. It's not that easy to.
Do you want to keep your elbows like wide?
No, like that.
In more? Okay.
Pull. The hook and hang, yeah. Hang, hook, yes. This is the other one. If you put them like that, a little angle like that. No, pointing. Well, the hands pointing forward with a little bit of bending here. So it's like hanging a plastic of grocery, really heavy. Like, yeah, you gotta be this, right? And here it's like there's like a hook. If I pull, you pull a little bit. Pull, you pull. Yeah, okay, they're constantly here. The same idea as the expanding and embracing. So I do, if it feels like that, I always do this. So when I keep this, they're always there. If you give a pressure, it's always going there. So if I do a little bit of pressure, yes. But again, we're not so yeah, not so much like that. It just
exists.
bend here a little bit more. So almost 1 hour. 1 hour is very easy with our teaching method. Very, very easy. All beginners can do, regardless of age, gender, all that. All right. Oh yeah. It's kind of dangerous to say things like that, right? Yeah.
Political preference.
So the back is supposed to be straight, like your pelvis is like tucked more.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I find that I'm like.
Do you have your tension here,
I
or
have tension.
you have tension here, right? So yeah, so you want to do some adjustments.
Okay.
Tension here is wrong.
Yeah.
So here, the lower back muscles must be loose, like totally relaxed.
Okay.
You're not using any strength from here.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can do a little. I think you can bend a little bit more like that. Yeah. And let's see. It's good enough. Yeah. If there's tension here, you do some adjustments.
Do something about it.
Yeah. 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 You know, if you have like lower back tension or pain, and then this is also just a reaction, you are probably not wrong.
Right.
It's fixing it.
Okay.
That could be another reason. Yeah. Oh, you're welcome. It's the same thing when we do a push or something. You're not using the lower back muscles. It's the legs. Yeah. Legs. Boom, boom, boom. If you're using the power from here, like it's half. You're not connected. All right. I think that's 1 hour. Congratulations. Big deal. Feel free to rub your elbows, knees, face, ears, head, skins. So there's an exercise to loosen the shoulders. It's like this. So you're still standing in the Zhanzhuang posture, and then you lower your palms like this, going upward and downward. Yeah. And then both go up, down. Both up, both down. Yeah, yeah. Okay, good, good. So basically just halfway, and then so your hand going like this, from here pointing to each other, and then lower like this, and here pointing to each other again. Yeah. Here is a relaxing exercise, very special. It's called 指天画地. I haven't found a good translation yet. 指天画地 is like pointing to the sky and then drawing on the ground. Pointing. We have beautiful names for all kinds of things in Chinese, but
I think that's not relaxing.
not relaxing.
Is there sun over there?
Sure.
Okay with you.
Do you think after this we should go inside or?
I think maybe ask what everybody.
Yeah.
I guess I'm near the tree.
What do you all think? Should we finish the morning session in the club, or do you want to stay here? Does anybody have a preference?
We're gonna sit down eventually.
Yeah, cause we can't read like we couldn't have a break. It's a 3-hour session.
Right.
3-hour session.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's go back up.
Yeah, let's go back. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always better.